Are you searching for genuine, research-backed strategies to enhance your sexual performance and confidence without relying on pills or trendy shortcuts? Today, we're exploring 3 effective methods that address the actual causes of erectile health, not just masking the symptoms. You'll learn about simple exercises you can try at home, how surprisingly basic devices can make a difference, and a unique technique most men have never come across. Whether you're facing difficulties or just want to take things to the next level, this video reveals what truly works, grounded in medical research and actual patient experiences. Before we begin, consider pausing for a moment to subscribe, like the channel, and tap the notification bell. It helps us keep bringing you valuable content. As you might know, erections are mainly a vascular event. Sure, there's also a neurological, hormonal, emotional, and psychological component. But to achieve a firm and satisfying erection, blood needs to reach the penis with the right pressure and volume. That's why maintaining good vascular health is essential. The exercises we'll cover, linked to stronger erections, work by improving blood flow to the pelvic floor muscles and supporting overall vascular wellness. Oxygen-rich blood travels to the penis through a network of arteries. These start as small branches, splitting off from larger blood vessels. The process begins in the internal iliac artery, a branch of the abdominal aorta, which is the body's main artery. From there, the internal iliac splits into the internal pudendal artery, the key artery involved in penile blood flow and erection. This artery then branches into smaller vessels, like the cavernous arteries, the penile artery, and the dorsal artery of the penis. These vessels supply the oxygen-rich blood required for a strong, lasting erection. When blood flow is optimal, erections tend to be healthy. That's why doctors often recommend vasodilators like tadalafil and sildenafil to patients dealing with erectile dysfunction. By widening the arteries, these medications improve blood flow. In a similar way, the pelvic floor exercises and other methods we'll discuss all support vascular health and help boost blood supply to the penis. First on the list, perineal exercises, commonly called Kegel exercises, which activate the pelvic floor muscles. These muscles play a critical role, not only in erections and ejaculation, but also in urinary and bowel control. You can perform these lifting, tightening, and relaxing movements at home. Ideally, it's helpful to consult a pelvic floor physical therapist for personalized guidance. But here's a quick tip for identifying the right muscles. When you're urinating, try briefly pausing the flow. The muscles you use to stop the stream are the ones to engage for these exercises. Practice contracting and releasing these muscles for 5 seconds at a time. Do 10 repetitions per set. Aim for 2 to 3 sets a day for at least 6 weeks. Following this protocol can make a real difference in your sexual and ejaculatory health. Next, there are exercises involving a penile vacuum pump, also called vacuum therapy. This approach is used to help with erectile dysfunction rehabilitation, such as after radical prostatectomy, and is often included in treatment protocols to boost erectile function for those facing challenges. Mr. Leonard Simmons, age 68, had been struggling with erectile issues for several years. After following a regular routine of pelvic floor exercises and incorporating vacuum therapy, Leonard noticed remarkable improvements, not just physically, but in his overall confidence. In his words, "I feel 10 years younger." This combination of strategies has made a tangible difference in his quality of life. Vacuum therapy uses a penile pump, a tube-like device placed over the penis, to create negative pressure. This pressure draws more blood into the penis, helping to produce an erection. These pumps are widely available and can be purchased online, with both automatic and manual versions offered. While automatic pumps are generally favored for their convenience, I highly recommend consulting with a pelvic floor physical therapist before purchasing any device online. A specialist can guide you to the most suitable option and help you avoid unnecessary expenses. As mentioned, the pump is a cylindrical device that forms a seal around the penis, increasing blood flow by creating a vacuum. Each session typically lasts 10 to 15 minutes and results in an erection. In some cases, users place a silicone ring at the base of the penis after removing the pump to help maintain the erection. However, it's crucial to have professional supervision, at least the first time, to prevent injuries such as ischemia, pain, or even local tissue damage. These are the most common risks if the pump or the constriction ring is used incorrectly. Vacuum therapy can be performed 2 to 3 times a week. Some people use it daily, but sessions should not exceed 15 to 30 minutes to avoid harming the surrounding tissues. Recent studies suggest that combining tadalafil with vacuum therapy can lead to better rehabilitation and recovery of sexual function than using just tadalafil or sildenafil alone. Third on our list is the penile extender, a device that isn't talked about much, but is often included in sexual health rehabilitation and some penile lengthening protocols by physical therapists. Have you ever heard of a penile extender before? Share your experience in the comments, whether it's new to you or something you've tried. Although these devices are easy to find online, they should be custom fitted and adjusted according to a specialist's protocol for best results. Research has shown that using a penile extender for 1 to 2 hours daily, over at least 3 to 6 months, can improve sexual performance, erections, and blood flow to the penis, and may even result in noticeable penile lengthening for many users. One of my patients, Mr. George Matthews, age 72, was initially skeptical about vacuum therapy and the use of a penile extender. But after several months of supervised use, George reported stronger erections, more confidence, and even a slight increase in length. He says, "I never thought I'd see such positive changes at my age." Safe and guided use made all the difference for him. Now, as we wrap up, remember this. Real, lasting change doesn't come from chasing quick fixes or the latest internet miracle. The men you've just heard about, Leonard and George, didn't stumble upon a magic pill. They committed to simple, research-backed strategies. And step by step, those habits transformed not just their sexual health, but their confidence and their outlook on life. Think about this. The same network of arteries that fuels powerful erections also supports your heart, your brain, and your overall vitality. By taking charge of your vascular health, through practical exercises and smart use of proven devices, you're not just improving one part of your body, you're investing in your future as a whole, energetic and satisfied man. If you've made it this far, it means you're ready for real solutions, not empty promises. Maybe you've struggled, felt frustrated, or quietly wondered if it's too late. It's not. Every day is a new opportunity to take charge of your body, learn something new, and reclaim a part of yourself you may have thought was gone for good. So here's your call to action. Don't just watch. Try one new habit this week. Whether it's mastering Kegels, exploring vacuum therapy, or simply seeking guidance from a specialist, take that first decisive step. And if you've already started your journey, share your progress below. Your story could inspire someone else to start theirs. Finally, remember, you deserve a fulfilling, confident, and healthy sex life at any age. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe, share, and let us know what's on your mind in the comments section. See you in the next video.